So how much in these first few days have you guys focused on what Urban Meyer described as relearning tackling with the new targeting rules?
Relearning tackling? We just took it back, just take it step by step back to the basics already. Just keep your head up on them and just stud them up. That's about it. Not too much.
Corey, a lot of young guys getting reps in the secondary. Von Bell, Conley, Apple. How do those guys look out there so far?
Oh, they all look really good to me, I think. They all just trying to show off what they got and hustling and just working hard.
Do you have a little brother for the black stripe deal?
Oh, no, I got a little brother this year.
No?
No, I wish I did.
What are you trying to get done right now?
I'm just trying to, as a team? Or
Yeah, both, you and the team.
I'm just trying to help out the team as much as I can, best way as possible, whatever spots I could do, and just help these young guys out most as possible, help them get used to the playbooks, and that's about it.
One rule change that affects you all perhaps more than anybody is the targeting rule.
Yeah.
How has that affected the way that you not only practice but even in meetings, the discussion time on that one subject? What's that change been like for you?
Really, it hasn't been that bad because we trying to develop a lot of depth in our safety. So, because we know it's going to happen. Somebody's going to leave with their head, whatever, and somebody might be suspended or whatever. So we just trying to build up our depth and just trying to just have everybody ready.
But from a teaching standpoint, I mean, it seems like it's one of those things that's very difficult to avoid.
Yeah.
So how are you trying to go, because you want to stay in the game,
Right.
How are you trying to go about avoiding?
Just trying to just put our shoulder pads on them, maybe just put our face masks on them. But like you said, it is really hard not to because you just want to get the best hit you can on them.
Well, it's an instinct game. That's your instinct.
Right.
So
exactly.
it's like you have to fight that. I just wonder how you work on that.
It's really hard, to be honest with you. We just had an incident out there, but it's really hard. So we just try to, I don't know, the best way possible not to put our heads on them, put our head down or anything.
Who got suspended?
Oh, nobody got suspended today.
I know, but air quotes.
Oh, it was one of our freshmen, but it was a nice little hit on him, but yeah, a little Chris Worley, but that's all right.
Can you go into the receivers that you're facing? Who do you look at and say, especially from a young guy standpoint, that guy can play or that guy has speed?
A lot of them. Dontre Wilson. Who else? A lot of the freshmen. I think all the freshmen got a lot of speed. I think they all can play, really. I think Coach Irvin recruited really well, so I think they all can play well.
If you're that, you can run that fast, you can do a lot of damage.
Everett, specifically, did you go back and look at, like, there were a couple of hits by Christian last year that got flagged and stuff. There was one at Michigan State. And did you go back, have you looked at those? Have you reviewed those with him? And what's just your take on those? Would those have gotten him in trouble, do you think? And
well, what we try to do is, again, like I said earlier, use them as a teaching tool and a teaching tool for safety.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to overcoach. I'm not going to overcoach being aggressive because that's what football on defense is. It's about being aggressive. So I'm not going to overcoach it. What I am going to do is teach it, use the video to coach safety. That's about my guy's safety too.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
Right.
it's about the defensive player's safety too.
Well, that's what Coach Meyer was talking about yesterday or a couple of days ago. Is y'all taught Christian another way to play after you. I mean, he was a little bit too low. I mean, in the last couple.
I'm trying to help our guys not get hurt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not being selfish about the offensive guys. I'm trying to help my guys not get hurt.
Everett, speaking
Last
about
question,
Jamie,
guys.
About Jamie, what stands out about him and what do you like about him?
Who's that?
Jamie Thompson.
I think it's really too young to tell. He hadn't been out there. He was he pulled I think he had a groin strain. So I think he's a competitive guy. He's got a long way to go to be able to help us right now. But I think he's willing to work and compete.
All right, thanks everyone. Like I said, we got to capitalize on all the opportunities. Like last year, me and him both had too many missed plays that we left on the field. And I think if we capitalize on that, you know what I'm saying, I think we'll be fine.
How comfortable is everybody at this camp this year? It's really spirited practice out there. Everybody knows what they're doing. But how is camp this year compared to last? And
I think it's a little different. Last year, Coach Meyer's first summer camp, our first camp with him, not really knowing what to expect. I think he was trying to break us down more. I think this year, he knows what we can do. He knows the kind of guys that he has. So I think it's more, concentrated on just football instead of, being out there and, making us go at it and seeing who's all tough. I think for the most part, guys have proven that. You continue to kind of prove it. It's going to continually get harder, but I think it's a little more focused on football.
CJ, having gone through Coach Meyer's preseason camp a year ago, what are you prepared for this year? That you didn't know about him. Are you better prepared to know what's coming, so to speak? I mean, just talk about what is coming.
I have no idea. I mean, Coach Meyer said that this was the light part, but he must have lied to y'all because, you know what I'm saying, my legs don't feel like that. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to what's next, you know, just kind of handling the situation at hand.
Obviously, the expectations around here have always been high, but are they a little bit different now? I mean, even higher than before with Coach Meyer?
Yeah, I think, you know, Coach Meyer came in here, we went 12-0. Instead, I mean, last year, you know, we had a chip on our shoulder. You know, we were kind of hunting, but now we're the hunted, you know what I'm saying? We got the target on our back. So, you know, it's tougher. It's tougher when everybody's gunning at you. I mean, everybody's gunning at you because you're Ohio State, but, you know, now you're undefeated, got chances, national championship expectations from everybody. So, you know, it's going to be tougher. You know, we're always have to be on our guard.
What times out there?
Stands out.
I think it's his instincts and his athleticism. You know, he's really fast. He's a big kid for a freshman. I think he's over 200 pounds. And he's just learning and, you know, just eager to learn and stuff like that.
What was the toughest part of last year's camp that you remember?
Toughest part. I think just the intensity of, you know, nonstop, just go, you know, no breaks. You know, I mean, it was a tough camp, but I mean, it builds character.
Yeah. Have you seen any change this year in the first couple of practices?
No, not really. I mean, you know, we got our 1-a-days, so they're not as hard as 2-a-days, but I mean, we're still out there working.
It's all based on our practice habits and just a few things that we have to still touch up in practice. Even though it's only the 4th day, we still have to touch up.
Does that add an element of pressure, though? I mean, last year, maybe you can play a little bit more carefree because you're not really playing for anything last year. This year, you know, if you get tripped up at the wrong time.
I mean, I don't really feel like it's pressure. Actually, I feel like we're going into this season with a bigger chip on our shoulder just because we know what we can fight for or what we can compete for.
For you and CJ, who are multi-year starters, how much pride do you take in being leaders, and what are your expectations this season?
Me personally, I take a lot of pride in being a leader just because it's my 4th year and I have a lot of experience under my belt, and I want to lead the young guys how I was led as a freshman. As seniors, Jamel Hines, Chimney Chekwa, Devon Torrance, all those older guys were here when I first came in. Those are guys who showed me the way and showed me the defenses and just anything off the field, like you can call them whenever. So I feel like I'm just trying to step in and be a big brother figure to the young guys right now.
And you and CJ on the field, what are your expectations?
We talk every day. We're trying to be the best secondary in the country, and I feel like that's very possible this season.
You guys running a lot of dime, it looked like, out there today. Have you been doing that a lot in practice, or is that just today?
No, this is just the first day. We just want to get a few different looks, just so we can be prepared for the season.
Do you guys have the personnel to do that?
Yeah, I feel like we're a deep secondary or a deep team. Actually, we have a lot of guys on both sides of the ball at deep positions. 4 or 5 guys. If someone goes down, someone can step right in and play.
You're talking about team speed on defense in Chicago. When you go that low,
yeah,
you guys are flying all over.
Yeah, like I said, in Chicago, I feel like this is probably the fastest we've been in a while since I've been here on defense. I just feel like as long as people keep working hard, keep stepping up as leaders, we should do pretty good things.
How do you think that star position is going to shake out? I mean, Tyvis looks like he's there, and Corey, and I don't know, is Von Bell going to take a shot there, or Devin if he gets back healthy, or?
Right now, I feel like Tyvis has it locked up pretty solid right now.
He's looking good.
Yeah, Tyvis has grown tremendously, not only physically but mentally. He's one of those guys, a tall guy, can defeat blocks, can make plays on the ball, and he's physical also. So right now I feel like Tyvis has that spot locked up, and I'm pretty confident with him on the field too.
You got a little brother with the freshman?
Yeah.
Who?
Jamie Thompson.
How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good. He's a little banged up right now. He's trying to fight through some things, but I feel like he's going to overcome those things because he knows what he needs to do to try to contribute to the team, whether it's special teams or defense or whatever it may be.
Thanks, man. Christian, you mentioned what Jalen and Dontre a little bit ago, just briefly. What can kids like that do? You're on the other side as a defender. When someone's got that kind of speed and game-breaking ability, what does that do? How does that change things out there for a defender?
I feel like it just opens up the offense more, just because those guys can get the ball in space, move, just like Philly, because Philly, Dontre, Devin, all those guys, every receiver I feel like on our team right now is a fast guy, can run past any DB. But I mean, those guys are working hard at their position. I feel like Philly is stepping up in that wide receiver room and stepping up as a leader and trying to show the young guys the way also.
So you're a veteran defender. If those guys get on the field, how are people going to counter that, would you guess? Are they going to chuck them when they can? Or?
They can try, but I don't feel like it's going to be successful.
Are you impressed with
last one here, guys?
Bell's play out there, especially considering he wasn't a guy that enrolled early?
Oh yeah, Von is a guy with so much upside to him. He's a freshman. I feel like he's understanding our defense more and more every day. With me and CJ's help, and Corey and Jamie Woods, all of the older guys. I feel like in our room we do a good job of showing the young guys or leading the young guys in the right direction, and just going over plays with them when we get back to the hotel, because anybody can go down at any point. So I mean, they have to be prepared.
Yeah.